What's good? What's good? Welcome back to another episode of Nerd Talk with Malcom and Eli. We're here with you in the building. This is episode 16.
Episode 16. Can we clap that up?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Alrighty now.
We're here with you guys in the building. Thank y'all for being here. How was your week, sir?
My week was good. It was a big week because we'll talk about it in a little bit.
Yeah.
But Avatar: The Last Airbender came out.
Yes.
And I'm very guarded.
On Netflix. Me too. That's one of like the more like flawless series.
Yes. So you're animated at that.
That's absolutely. But you know what's crazy? I've come to realize this, and I think and we're getting into this early. But I've come to realize this. I think animation is the superior form of media.
Okay. I can agree with that. Because
I think so. Like I think our culture's obsession of wanting everything live action
is because of that.
Unfounded.
Yes.
I think animation is the superior art form.
Yes.
I remember seeing the Lion King movie, the quote unquote live action, like they have live Lion King, live lions, but it's terrible, bro.
Yeah,
terrible.
It was
and
bad.
Then I was trying to wonder like why it felt so empty. It's because
the animation brought it.
Yeah, like the CGI, it was like no feelings in the line.
Oh, yeah.
When Mufasa died, I didn't feel that.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
I didn't feel that. Like, I remember being 2, seeing that for the first time.
Yeah.
I
kind of felt the same way with, like, when we say Aladdin?
Yes, that too.
Same thing? Okay.
Even Aladdin was okay.
Right. Because, I mean, it was still human-esque when you even animated, but even like the genie, and I'm not throwing shots at Will Smith, I'm just saying overall.
Yeah.
But like, yeah.
You could just do more with animation. I used to want, like, I was fiending for a lot of things to be in live action in Star Wars too.
Okay.
Like, I wanted a lot of stuff, but it's just like, in animation, they can just do way more.
Yeah, they can really.
It's a lot less politics with the actors and the studios and the budget. It's just like, put it in the animation.
It's the same thing like when I watch like South Park, American Dad, or like Big Mouth on Netflix. Those animations, you can't translate those to live action.
So as we say that, right? So we can say that, we can segue into Avatar's Netflix series, Avatar: The Last Airbender.
I'm gonna start this off a little bit, but I'm gonna off the jump say it's already better than M. Night Shyamalan's movie.
I
was like 10 seconds into, or 10 minutes into it, I was like, okay, this is absolutely better.
Absolutely.
But I was still guarded because
you were scarred from the last time. It was trauma.
How you feel? And I feel way better now. But when we talked about this from the last episode, the filler episodes are kind of important. Even though they are filler episodes, they are important, and I understand what Netflix is trying to do. You're trying to condense 20 episodes from each season into 8.
Yes.
And then you have to try to make that work.
Yes.
So I'm watching like the first episode, but I remember certain parts, like when they go to, because in the first episode they combined his Aang's background story. The episode
which I liked.
I did too.
I liked that. I was
like, I don't know where this is going, but I remembered, this is the background.
Yes.
Right. So that was dope. Instead of like doing flashbacks of it. The second episode, I mean, another part of the first episode was the where he goes to the air temple.
Yes.
And I was watching the one part in it. I was like, okay, are we gonna get to that moment where he flips out?
Yes.
And it looked like they were gonna skip it. I'm like, you can't skip that part because that was a crucial. One, I think that was the second time going into the Avatar state, and 2, it was important because Katara was the one who calmed them down.
Yes, that's
into realizing like, yo, you really are the last Airbender. Yes. So, but then they kind of, the way they set it up was they kind of go backwards. So they'll jump to an episode, you watch it, you think that they're missing a key part of it, and then they'll go back and then circles back around, which is kind of weird, but I mean, it works for Netflix's blueprint.
Yes. So for me. Is it my turn?
Yeah.
So for me, like I said, like you just said, I thought it was way better than M. Night Shyamalan's movie version. Like leaps and bounds, 100 times better.
Right.
Now, do I like the show? I do like it overall. Is it without its faults? No, it is not. Right. There is some problems with it that, again, I think goes into the fact that animation, you can just do more.
Right.
And the animation in the and mind you, I just rewatched this series like a couple years ago, so my memory is pretty fresh.
And I
on the series.
And I just watched this series 6 months ago, so mine is a little bit more.
Yeah, so I'm fresh on like how everything's supposed to go. So in the animation, there's a lot more emotion on the faces. You can do they can do a lot more silly things with the animation as well.
And I believe that was strategic from Netflix's point of view, because I believe they said they wanted to make it a little bit more serious. But the kid part of it,
it
matters.
Exactly. Aang in the cartoon is a kid. He's
a
silly.
12-year-old, 112,
he's
but
silly. In this, he is a kid. Not this. They try to
not
put
as silly.
Some silly moments in, but it just doesn't hit the same. I do understand that they are condensing stories and plot points into like one episode. Like I believe the episode where they went to Omashu, they combined like 3 or 4 storylines into like 2 different episodes.
Which was the Airbender tour, not really Airbenders.
Yes, Airbending Temple or the Northern Airbending Temple with the guy the kid in the wheelchair.
The Jet episode, which wasn't in Omashu, it was originally in
Fire Nation.
Fire Nation.
And I think that was season 2.
No, it was season 1, but it was, I believe, either before they went to Omashu or after they went to Omashu.
I think so. You're right. So
because I'm trying to see now. I'm trying to pinpoint.
Yes.
But it's either before they went to Marshall. Or after they went to Marshall.
Okay. So.
And the third one was the
Lovers Cave. And the booming joint,
and the booming joint. That's
right?
Yeah.
So they combine a few, which is like I get it, like story wise, I get you have to kind of make this fit.
I get them mashing in the King Boomy part and the Amashu part, the one with the wheelchair. Yeah. Because they kind of look, both of those spots look, I believe, similar, right?
No. So one was at the Air Temple, and remember Aang went there. He was like, "Yo, this is my people stuff, and you, what the hell are you doing with all this stuff here?" Right. So he was mad about that. But again. 8 episodes, 20 episodes into 8.
Right.
You got to do like. What I also didn't like, because I'm up to episode 6, is they not showing my man Roku a lot of love. Yeah. Avatar Roku was the Avatar before Aang, so he plays a very pivotal point as his mentor and guide as the Avatar.
And I believe in episode 2, they go to... what's that Avatar's name?
Kyoshi Island.
Kyoshi Island.
Yes.
And that moment in which he goes to the Avatar state to talk to her is not supposed to be Kyoshi.
That's supposed to be Roku. So now, this is where Malcolm, because like I get annoyed at the the nerds out there who go, everything is woke and we hate women.
And I'm gonna push back just a little bit because he did contact Kyoshi
in season 3, Eli.
But that was in season.
No, that was in season 2
when they accused
season
him.
1. That might be season 1.
No, I think you're right. I think maybe season 2.
Because what they so he did get possessed by Kyoshi,
but that was only to get off a case.
Yes,
because they accused him of murder.
Yes, right. So that happened, but like you said, they were trying to they're trying to make it fit. Story-wise, they're trying to make it fit. So I get if he ends up here in the Earth Nation, in Kyoshi Island, to make this a scene to where But it just feels like they're going out of their way to make Kyoshi the focal point here.
Absolutely.
And I might side with the online nerds here. They're doing a lot of
wokeness,
women's stuff, right? Because even in the Lovers Cave, that story. They were lesbians. That's not in the cartoon.
Yeah, I didn't peep that only because I got distracted with the Love Cave.
In the Love Cave,
in the instrument part where he's singing in the fire pit. I like that song. It's so funny. And they by the way they've been acing a lot of the soundtracks.
That's true too.
Of the original cartoon show. So I didn't peep that, and then I got confused. But yes,
I was like,
if Malcolm caught that, then that's a problem.
But the bending is great.
Yes.
I like the bending.
I'm getting connected to the characters, even though you're right, they don't show a lot of facial expressions. Yeah. I am getting connected to them because they're acing it.
Even the first episode, spoiler if you haven't watched it, but the first episode where the guy he sends the battle plans, the Philo battle plans back to the Earth Nation.
General
and Ozai and Sozin is like, yo, we wanted y'all to go there because we about to wipe them out.
Yes.
If you watch the cartoon, that's not there. None of that is there. So I like the original filling in the gaps that they're trying to do.
Suki's mom wasn't even in the
She was not.
She was, but I liked her role in it. It was I liked her parental guidance of like, you're my daughter, but I get that you have to be a Kyoshi warrior. That part was cool. Also, Sokka's kiss was not supposed to happen with Suki.
It wasn't.
It was supposed to happen with the Moon Spirit.
The Moon Spirit, yes.
You didn't like the way Boomy looked. I don't like the way Zuko looks in his face.
So the way Boomy, that bothered me a lot. I'm not gonna lie to you. So Boomy in the cartoon loved Aang. Like that was his friend, because he's 100 years old. He's 112 too. But he's older, obviously, because he lived throughout the whole time. Aang was frozen. But he was happy to see Aang. He tested him to mess with him, but to show him, like, yo, this is who I am. Because he didn't recognize him until at the end of the episode.
Right.
And this one, he sees Aang off rip. He goes, yo, I'm Boomy. You know? And he is pissed at him. Right. And he wanted to fight him to the death. And I'm just like, whoa. Whoa.
And then where's his pet animal? But I get it. I mean, budget-wise, you can't fit.
Probably budget-wise, they couldn't. Yeah.
And they already probably spent so much money on Appa.
Yes.
Which, by the way, I don't know how I feel about it, because I'm going into episode 5. He's a little bit ahead of me. But I haven't seen enough of Appa. Now, I get it. Technically, Appa is a travel pet, because they need him to travel. But Appa is also a key, crucial part in certain episodes.
Yeah, I don't even think they're gonna do the when he was lost.
Yeah, they gotta do that.
That was in season 2.
They gotta do that. They have to do that.
They have to do that. Like,
that's a crucial part.
Yeah, I was hurting. I was hurting for Aang.
Not only that, but Aang started flipping out. He started losing
he
his
was on his murder game.
Right.
He was on time.
They have to put that in there. But I get it. But like I'm like, because I'm going into episode 5. I'm like, I haven't seen enough of Appa, and also too, Appa does look a little weird to me. He looks very similar, but like weird. It's just like you could have, I don't know the aesthetics of it, but could have probably done him a little bit better. Yeah. To make him fit the Appa role, but these are just our little nicks and complaints of it.
But like I said, overall, I do like it. Don't mishear what you're hearing. Don't mistake what you're hearing. Yes.
And very. No, we hold this to a high standard. I'm not even gonna.
That is one of the most perfect series, and like I mean, even you know how some series go too long, and they end. You're like, they could have. It ended perfectly. Perfect. Okay. To quote Homelander.
It was perfect. It was perfect. And look, the only two things. Here's the thing. Kyoshi is a dope ass avatar. Don't get it messed up as well.
She about her business.
But technically speaking, Kyoshi's not supposed to be his guide to be an avatar. By the way, Kyoshi's a murderer.
Yeah, she laid her murder game down.
Which is the polar opposite of Aang, which is why Roku was so important, because Roku was the same thing as Aang. Roku was a more peaceful, I will mess you up if I have to, but I don't want to. Right. Kyoshi was more of a, you want the smoke, we can go get it right now. Exactly. And that's a key point, but don't get me wrong, Kyoshi's fire. When they do the animation of her storyline,
her story is crazy.
In the Avatar Studios, which is separate from the Netflix thing, that's gonna be fire. I'm gonna love that.
I want her story is fire, and this is going. So this is off of the show now, off of the live action show. This is just on Avatar because their new series is coming out 2025, right? Of Aang and everybody in their 30s. Yes, I think shows that take place in a period that's not futuristic and stuff like that. Right. The further you go up, I think it gets whacker to me. Okay. Because in a world where now we have like legit machines that can do all of this, buildings. You being an avatar, what does that mean to me? Like it doesn't really hit the same. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's why Korra was a little.
Korra was so weird. Yeah. Because it was like, yo.
I think the best way to do this is you go back.
Right. Okay.
Right. You go back. Right. You show Kyoshi. You show Roku. The other waterbending avatar. You show the other air one. Right. Or
she had forbidden ones that she wasn't even
supposed to. Gangster. And it was just like those stories you want to hear. Right. Or you show somebody in the middle of all of that.
Which, by the way, you doing the woke stuff to Kyoshi is fine because she was a lesbian. Yeah. I believe. Right.
Oh, what?
She had a female lover.
Oh. What the hell? I didn't know that.
Yeah, if you go back and like we watched, they kind of tease it, but they kind of don't tease it.
Did not know that. Okay.
But that wokeness works for her is what I'm saying. Okay. Because of her background story. Kyoshi I liked. Right. Roku didn't see enough of. And was there anything else I'm missing? Nah, that's pretty much it. Besides like the nicks and crannies.
I think
of it. But
I think what they're gonna do is they're gonna take a lot of what I do like. What people are mad at, they're mad at the dynamic between Ozai and Azula, because they're saying like they kind of flipped the dynamic. But I think they're showing more of her backstory.
In terms of showing more of her, or in terms of...
So they saying that because Ozai is being, if you watch it, if you girlfriend, Ozai is being a dickhead to Azula.
Oh, okay.
In the cartoon, it looked like that was he was her favorite.
Right.
But
yes,
I think it shows that like by the time the show is over and when she does eventually go crazy, it shows why she's going crazy, because she's trying to appease him.
Yeah. Because at the end, yeah, you're right. Because at the end, she was mad that she couldn't go with him.
Right.
To help him out with Avatar, and he was like, no, I need you to stay here. And she's like, what? Not only that, but her friends had left her at this point.
Exactly.
So she started rattling.
Exactly. So I think
that was
I like that. I like that part of the
last
what
point.
they're doing.
They brought in Azula and her friends way too early. I'm sorry.
They did.
But they did. Because technically, she doesn't pop up until season 2.
Yep.
When Zuko and Uncle Iroh are starting to like vanish from the pack.
Yep.
And then he sent her to go get her brother and be like, yo, nah, I need him back. Because he started, going off a little bit off the rails. But other than this, I'm going to give it a solid applause.
All right, me too.
I'm going to give it a solid applause.
Me too.
I'm going to still watch it, and it's still better than that 09 movie.
Yo, because there's people online, bro. There's people online, like on Twitter, who are trying to get everybody angry and go, the movie was way better than this, because they're trying to get engagement, because they're trying to get money off of Twitter.
No.
That's like it's don't fall for it. No. Don't fall for any of the clickbait.
If I could wipe that second from my memory, I would.
It's what's crazy? I almost forgot how bad it was until somebody put up a clip, and I was like, yo, this is horrible.
Yeah, no, absolutely
horrible.
Not. Absolutely not. Okay, let's talk about Power World.
Power World. Okay,
yes.
Power World is, I saw clips, and apparently it's a fake Pokemon on Steam.
Okay.
On the Steam gaming system. So this is the definition. It says, what kind of game is this? In this game, you can peacefully live alongside of mysterious creatures known as pals, or risk your life to drive off a ruthless poaching syndicate. Team Rocket and Pokemon. Okay? Pals can be used to fight,
right,
or made to work on farms or factories. You can even sell them or eat them. That part is new. I didn't.
Yeah, okay. You got it.
That eating part was new.
Right. Okay. So the last time you tried this out, okay?
Yeah. No. I mean, like, that's not in Pokemon.
Oh, that's not in Pokemon.
You can't eat the Pokemon.
Right.
So I saw this. A lot of people were pissed about it. A lot of people like it.
And what I found out was, apparently, this is just allegedly, but they're going to also add the part where you can mate with them.
You can have them mate, or you can mate with them.
You can either, I think, mate with them. No, I think they said mate. You can mate with them.
What, Eli?
He'll fact check it, but I believe you can mate with them. And I thought that this was very weird and very interesting. So I was like, okay, I don't know. I'm not gonna play that. That's just a little weird to me. But this is a curious, interesting.
Yeah, it's Pokemon.
Fake Pokemon game.
Yeah, I don't know about this one, E. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not rolling.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good.
Not rolling.
But nah, technically with all these online services, you can technically add. It's like they're gonna start treating it like Fortnite. Because ever since Fortnite, you can just add in, take apart.
Bro, they made a lot of bread with Fortnite, so a lot of games are gonna follow suit.
A lot of games are gonna follow, and it looks like they're gonna add the whole that part of like selling them and whatnot, and possibly mating with them is also a mixture of what's that game that used to come out? Sims.
Yes.
Sims 2 and 3. That kind of thing.
That game's still out, and that game has a lot of people who love it still.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So speaking of live action movies and stuff like that, they try to make a Danny Phantom.
Yes.
Live action.
Paramount created. I think they're working on a project with Nickelodeon, because I believe some of Paramount's licensing goes over there. I'm not gonna say I'm excited about it, because actually now that we just talked about live actions, I don't think they should. I don't think they should, and if they do, it's going to be possibly good, but not as better than the anime. Once again, anime rules.
And it's one of those things that you kind of just remember the original way better.
Right.
That's how all humans' brain work. You kind of just remember something like your nostalgia. Right. But the live adaptations, they're never really good. Like the one-to-one is never really good. Right. You better off making an original story.
Even with sitcoms, they're not really that good. Like when Fuller House came out. Yeah. Or like the only live action one I actually like is Bel Air.
No. So it was already live action, but you talking about a spinoff or like or a reboot.
Yeah. Right. Like some of those reboots.
Yeah, Bel Air was good. I enjoyed Bel Air.
I do too.
I did enjoy Bel Air. I'm waiting for the next season.
Sucked.
You know what was kind of funny? I was surprised. That '90s show.
Oh yes. That actually worked for me.
That actually was pretty good.
But going back to the live action, yes, I don't see it really working. I don't really want it. I can go back and rewatch the Danny Phantom and just enjoy it for what it was.
Exactly.
Credit to the creator because he gave us a lot of great animations with I believe Jimmy Neutron,
Fairly Odd Parents?
Yes.
That's him too?
Yeah. Oh. And I believe Danny Phantom.
Nice.
Those three in particular, I'm 90% sure he created. So just leave that where it is, but I get it. You're going to make money. You have a licensed contract with Nickelodeon. Yeah. Do what you need to do. Because they also did a live action a couple years ago with Dorothy for that sucked.
That was terrible.
Like you're ruining all these little kids, and you're ruining my childhood, ruining all these next generation kids after me. Then they're gonna start thinking, "Oh my God, this is amazing." No, this wasn't amazing.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure Noble watches the originals.
Please, because
all of these things.
If you have him growing up in this generation with these, he gonna think, and it's not gonna be. And it's crazy too, because for years we've actually I'm assuming as a black community, we've always wanted that live action Static Shock.
Yes.
And I don't want it now.
Yeah, now I think they're gonna mess that up too.
Because they're gonna mess that up too.
Yeah.
So it's just, it is.
Oh, talk about real quick. Gotta go back real quick to Avatar. One thing that was just like, what are y'all doing?
Right.
Aang was flying.
What do you mean? Oh, like without his
glider.
Without his glider?
Listen.
Can he?
No, he's not supposed to be able to do that.
Yes, you're right.
So, the reason why I'm nitpicking is because in the Legend of Korra, one of the villains figured out how to fly free fly.
But that was
big deal. Like it was just he had mastered it. And only a few people have. So he was. And people are looking. And people are like, no, he just airbending. No, so don't have him do that with the glider.
Yeah, that's
true. Don't have him do that by himself.
That is true. Because that was a big deal.
That was a big deal when Zahir did it.
Yeah.
Okay?
Also, that villain arc was crazy.
He was ill.
He was ill with that. Yes. What else we got?
So, the Batman Part 2.
Yeah, Batman Part 2 comes out what date?
October 3rd, 2025.
Yes. Like I said, that's gonna be on the villain Hush. I don't know a lot about this villain.
Me neither.
But he's gonna be grimy. Don't even worry about it. He's going to be grimy. I'm gonna do more research on it before it comes out, obviously, and we will. I'm excited about it because I like the Part 1. I think Part 1 was a little too long, but I enjoyed it being very long in the way it was in the first film. And also, are we still getting that Penguin series?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So they're making their own little Batman universe. Since we're already speaking on DC, I'm a little worried about this James Gunn project.
Why?
Because I don't know. I like the actress he's picked out. Because he's picked out Millie
Alok.
Millie Alok to play
from
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones, yes.
House of Dragons to be exact. To play Supergirl.
Yes.
So I like that part.
Because this is clearly not about to be an origin story because there's mass superheroes in it.
And he said that she's gonna be way more jaded than Superman is because she remembers Krypton on her planet.
Okay.
She grew up with Kryptons and she remembered it exploding, so she's not going to be as lovey-dovey as he is.
Okay, that's interesting. All right. Okay.
So there's that. He's had I think he has his Hawk Girl. I think he's working on Green Lantern.
He has a Green Lantern. No, he has a Green Lantern. Everybody's casted.
Does he have a black Green Lantern?
No, it's the white one. It's not Hal Jordan. I forget the guy's name.
No, that's the white one. The John Stewart is the black one.
No, it's another white one.
It's another one.
It's another white one.
Let me see. Got it. Yeah. So, but once again, I'm not saying I don't have faith in him. I'm just like, he really needs to blow this out of the water because the last DC films have plummeted to the point where, as bad as Marvel has been recently with their lineup.
Guy Gardner. He's going to be Guy Gardner.
Guy Gardner.
Yes.
Got it. As bad as Marvel has been recently, I still have more faith in Marvel than DC. So he needs to put my faith back
Marvel has been terrible.
I get that, but I'm saying they haven't been as bad as DC.
I think DC can catch up.
No, they can. They can.
I think that, but
listen, James Gunn has to do it right.
Marvel has been, and what Marvel is doing is they've been winning for so long.
They kind of took their foot off the gas.
They took their foot off the gas, and then now they're misstepping, and they don't know how to regroup. Right. So going into Marvel, they recently just announced that. The next Avengers movie is not going to be titled King Dynasty.
King Dynasty.
Because I had my hopes up. I'm thinking if they recast him, I'm still in.
I did hear those rumors too.
Right, if they recast him, I'm in because I did like the Kang angle.
Yes.
Apparently that is done, and apparently they said we always planned on moving away from the Kang character.
Y'all lying.
Even before Jonathan Majors got in trouble. Y'all lying asses.
Y'all lying asses, dog. Yeah.
Y'all are lying asses. No, y'all didn't.
But I'm once again apparently from the hardcore nerd group, they are excited about Doom. I think they said that they like Doom as
because Doom, and here's the thing, and this is the reason why I'm so mad about the Kang thing. They set him up in Loki so good.
Well, yeah, they did.
They set him up as he is they set him up really, really good.
And it kind of defeats the purpose of what Loki just did.
Exactly. In two great seasons, right?
Yeah.
Now they have to work just as hard or even harder now to set up Doom as being the next
big bad.
Along with in the comics he is like that. In the comics he is really about action.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He's killed Thanos. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Which is big because you wouldn't think by the way he looks he's that powerful.
He's really like that. You know what I'm saying? So they have to do a lot of legwork to make him seem like the next bad.
He uses the same material as Wakanda, right? The vibranium.
No, I think he does. Does he use?
Oh, he tried to steal it. That's what he tried to do.
Yeah, he might because in the next Hawkeye and Captain America: Brave New World, they finally gonna talk about Tiamat, the one who the Eternal that's coming out the Earth. They finally gonna address that. I think they're gonna use the metal from him for all. Right. I think that's what the fight is over.
That's what it's about. That's what I have to address that. That's a big ass hand just sitting there.
And they just never talked about it again.
Talked about it, yes. What else?
What else we got? We got a lot more stuff. John. Oh, you want? No. Let's talk about. Yeah, let's talk about John Cena.
Okay, yeah.
Talk about some wrestling.
He announced maybe on a podcast. I think Logan Paul's podcast that he only has 3 more years left to really compete. Mm-hmm. And his body, he's the way my body is now, I can only be a part-timer. But he's definitely in the next few years, I'm out of here.
I think so. He's had a legendary career, man.
He has. I like that he's
been in over 20 years now.
Yeah, absolutely. And I like the fact that he understands why The Rock left. Yes. He's doing the same thing now.
Yes, he is.
And he was I was a hypocrite. I apologize. And we're cool now. So I like that. Because I was now, granted, to his defense, he did have that I'm going to be here every day type of guy for a very long time.
Yes, he did.
But, it's time. Because now Undertaker's gone. Triple H had to retire because he had a heart condition.
He has a heart pacing.
Yeah, and he can't compete anymore. Shawn Michaels, all the guys that we used to love is gone. So all these new guys, which some of y'all love and some of y'all don't like at all. I don't even know what y'all purpose here in the company is really for.
I like the women, man. They are.
Yeah, they're popping.
My gosh.
They're popping.
Oh my goodness. Jade Cargill. Oh my Lord.
Oh, I don't even know what that is.
Oh, she's tough. She's tough.
I gotta look up.
She's tough.
Wait, she's the blonde one?
Oh my God, yeah.
She scares me.
Oh my God. She is tough. Yeah. I like her.
Yeah, she's cool. What was I gonna say? So I don't know who their next John Cena is going to be. I don't know if it's gonna be Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes hasn't been around long enough. Yeah. But they need that next 20-year guy to be their next face. Yeah. I know it's gonna be Roman, but Roman, the reason why he fights the way he does now with the part-time thing is because
he had leukemia.
He has leukemia. Yeah. And it's still in his system. even though he's in remission now, it can still come back, and that's why they were like, all right, well, we got to restructure his contract. Yeah. Which I know a lot of fans are complaining about because his dominance as a title contender is kind of looking like the Brock Lesnar now. Yeah. Which, by the way, he's never coming back in the WWE.
Oh, because he got into that trouble with Vince.
He got into trouble with Vince.
He is implicated into some
which
nasty,
I heard,
nasty stuff.
Allegedly, she was... Yes, thank you. When you read the text messages... She was she was down with the team. Yes. I'm going to term it like that. She was down with the team, and they settled the settlement out of court, and he was supposed to pay her $3 million. He only paid her $1 million.
And she was just like, oh, where that paper?
Right. And where's my extra $2 million? And then started to claim the claims that she claimed. So, with that being said, Brock is never coming back.
They're actively like erasing him from everything.
Which was a key point of WrestleMania 40, because I forgot who the heck he was supposed to face. And you know what, since we didn't write it down, but I'm going to mention it anyway. I like the way Triple H handled the Cody Rhodes Rock situation.
Oh, okay. Say sorry. Say sorry.
I apologize.
Yeah, say sorry.
I apologize.
Yeah, Eli
because I was wilding.
Eli was in his room blacking
out. Because the way they had it set up, I'm like, yo, they going to really do this again? After you did it to my man CM Punk in 2014? If y'all don't remember, CM Punk held that belt for 434 days. And they could have easily just made it a triple threat match between CM Punk, The Rock, and John Cena. They did not want to do that. They wanted another rematch of The Rock and John Cena match, part 2, which I understand. But on paper, as a fan base, it worked better as a triple threat. They get that. Rock tears his quad and his abdomen in the middle of the match. So he can't really compete as well, which is why that second one wasn't as good as the first one. Then you try to do it again 10 years later to do the whole Rock Roman Reigns thing, which was supposed to happen in Hollywood, but he wasn't in game shape. Yeah. You get what my common denominator is. It's The Rock. Because
Eli was pissed at The Rock.
He was wilding out. But what they did was, they're making him into a heel.
Yes, Hollywood Rock is back.
Hollywood Rock is back. Yeah. Teaming up with his cousin, and now Cody Rhodes has to fight now, or deal with The Rock and Roman Reigns, with a teaser of maybe The Rock might help Cody out.
So listen, if you watch his promo cut at what was it, Nebraska? They was
if not in Nebraska, it was like Salt Lake City.
Yeah, I think it was in Salt Lake. It was in Salt Lake City. So his the way he's cutting the promo, he's pointing. He looked like he was pointing at Roman as he's talking, but he's kind of making it general. So maybe that is some foreshadowing.
Not only that, but ever since he stepped into that building with Roman, you can tell the dynamic switch of their power. Yes. Roman doesn't have it anymore. Yes. The leader is The Rock. Yeah. The way he walks, the way he works in front of him. Paul Heyman kind of looks like, oh, shit, I don't know who I should choose. Yeah. And now the cousins. So, yes, I like it. Clap it up for Triple H, because I don't think Vince would have done that move.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. I think he would have tried to stick.
He would have tried to stick it again. Would have been like, yo. The way they played this song.
Yeah, that was great. Like, great audible on the fly.
Absolutely.
I did appreciate that, and I think the fans appreciated it.
And now we can still get our match. Mm-hmm. I don't know who's going to win. I don't know if they're going to let Roman keep it, but I think he might lose it, and then he still might be a heel. But now it's like, okay, now The Rock screwed me over. Yes. He's my cousin. We got to fight for the Tribal Chief title, because that's the only really thing. He don't really care about the World Heavyweight Champion. He cares about that Tribal Chief head of the table, you know, bloodline.
What else we got, E?
I'm going to tell you right now, because we have another film that's coming out. Jurassic World is coming out July 2nd, 2025. Like Malcolm said off air, this might be the 7th.
This is the 7th, yes. They did the first 3, then they did the next 3. They did the first 3, Jurassic 1, 2, and 3. Right. That was like early 2000s. Right. And then the Jurassic World one, like with, what's his name?
Not Brad Pitt. The other one.
The one from the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yes.
Yeah, I know what I'm talking about.
Star-Lord, but yes. But yeah.
They did those 3.
Right. And now this is going to be his 4th one.
This is going to be the 4th one, yes.
Yes, so...
and that comes out like the week after Superman, right?
Legacies?
Yeah.
Superman Legacies? Yeah, probably.
Because so we got to talk about the new Fantastic Four cast.
Yes.
Right? So that finally got a release.
Would you watch Jurassic World? If it was to come out?
Yeah.
Because I like the series.
I did. No, I liked them. I thought they were cool.
I think it eventually needs to end, though, because you're dragging in that at this point. This is like
so I think one of the things that they are kind of...
relying on?
No, I think they're missing on is that it was like the last movie. I think one of the cool concepts is like, okay, the dinosaurs are out now. They're in like regular
People's
world, and I think they should have addressed that a lot more, like what that could look like.
Right.
And they kind of just sped past it. They tried to. They brought Jeff Goldblum back and stuff like that, and they tried to rely on fan service rather than just telling a good story.
Right.
Yeah. The fans are telling these filmmakers exactly what they want, and they never listen, they never give it, and they just keep going. They put Jeff Goldblum in because he said the thing from the first movie. And have him say the thing in the trailer, and people gonna go see it. No.
I don't know. Maybe they just don't. They don't. Obviously, they don't care. Like the bigger ups, like the boss people.
They don't. But we're gonna talk about. The new Fantastic Four cast, like that just got finally, because people were speculating who's gonna be the cast for years now.
I've known about Mr. Fantastic for a while now.
I heard that rumor. So the Mr. Fantastic is Pedro Pascal.
Yes,
you might remember him. He was in Game of Thrones. He was in Prince Martell.
Yes, which was a fire ass fight scene.
Yes.
He was in
Mandarin.
And he was in Last of Us.
Last of Us, and he was in something else.
Those are only 3 projects.
Narcos. He was in Narcos as well.
Narcos, yes. Okay,
yes, so people are confused about him because he doesn't seem like he would be Mr. Fantastic, but he's an amazing actor, so he does have chops. So I'm
his stock is high too. Yes. It's too high not to
pick him. Yes,
not to pick him.
So Vanessa Kirby is Sue Storm.
I don't know who that is. I thought
she's been in a few things that I remember. Vaguely,
I remember the rumors of it being Margot Robbie because
that'd have been too much. And I think her star is too big for this, to be a part of a team.
But I'm thinking of
I'm like, because that completely contradicts that she was in Suicide Squad. My fault. But I just think
no. I mean, I get but then again, there's gonna be a lot of Marvel characters who contract has expired who James Gunn's gonna grab to put in his DC films.
Okay.
But I was more thinking of the and this is old school. I know, I apologize, but I'm from the 2000s. I'm thinking of a good actress who is good at acting and also like the eye candy / love interest.
Like Jessica Alba.
Like Jessica Alba.
She was fine.
Thank you. Point being, it worked though. Because I like the connection. I don't know who this is, but she grows on me as an actress.
She was in Mission Impossible. She was in a couple things. Like I know the face.
See that film, because that franchise I haven't really dove into. Mom and Dad know that franchise more. So
she was in the more recent ones.
The more recent ones,
yeah.
Got it.
And then
the other two though I do know. Like
Joseph Quinn is Johnny Storm.
Yes.
He was in the last season of Stranger Things.
Okay, yes.
And he was probably one of the standout characters that they killed off. But I really, really like this character in Stranger Things.
Side note, don't worry, he might come back. But like as a zombie. I don't know.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I do know. I did like him as well in that. I like him as that. Cool. He's playing Johnny Storm. And then the thing will be played as...
His name is Ebon Moss Backrack.
Yes, he was in the Iron Claw. He was in Warner Brothers. I believe he was Warner Brothers. In Iron Claw. Look at his... if not, I'm wrong.
I don't think so. He was in The Bear.
Okay, he was in The Bear.
He was in The Punisher.
Yes. Because he was... Frank Castle was like a web guy.
Yes.
In The Bunker.
Yes. Hold on, let me get some more stuff he was in. No Hard Feelings. I don't know that movie.
He wasn't in Iron Claw?
No, because he was in The Bear with one of the guys who was in Iron Claw.
Oh, okay, got it. Okay. That's how I'm getting the
Yeah. No Hard Feelings. He was in Andor as well.
Andor, yes.
The Dropout, Interrogation, good. Okay, so I don't really know a lot of these.
But we do know him from The Bear and
The Punisher.
And The Punisher, yes.
Absolutely.
So that cast, I don't have a problem with. I believe they said they're going to tease Galactus.
So, because Silver Surfer is going to be the villain in this one, right?
Believe so. And I believe they said that
in the 60s.
It's gonna be set in the 60s.
Yes, if you look at the poster, the original, like the poster that they put out, Ben Graham, or I think he's reading a Time magazine from 1963.
Oh, okay. This is gonna be a little.
So no. So what this might be doing, it might be retconning some stuff, because if there were superheroes in the world that they already knew about, Fantastic Four.
True.
Then the first time Iron Man and the rest of them came out wasn't the first time, so it'd have been like that. That doesn't make sense.
Right.
So they have to do something. Maybe this is a different Earth.
Right. Okay.
Different multiverse. You know what I'm saying?
Which is what Deadpool comes into play
in the new Deadpool and Wolverine movie.
Yes,
so Deadpool, listen, a lot is riding on this Deadpool Wolverine movie. For the future of the MCU.
They just broke the most views with that trailer that they dropped in Super Bowl weekend. They broke that record. I'm telling you, I'm rumored. It ain't really a rumor though, but Taylor Swift will be a part of it.
Yeah, she's gonna have powers. Which
she's gonna make a singer. Oh, looks like you looked it out, huh?
Listen, no.
You looked it out, huh? So yeah, but yes, like you said, Deadpool will be writing a lot on. So I do. If that's the case, I do like it. They're gonna bring in Galactus because he's gonna be the next big bag. He's gonna be the next after Thanos because he's a world eater.
But so is it gonna be Galactus or is it gonna be Doom?
No, Doom is gonna be first for that first look. Remember, they didn't tease Thanos until after what? Age of Ultron? Oh no, after Loki.
After the first
So they'll tease him a little bit, and then you know.
Yeah, because the reason why I think Thanos works so much because they literally teased him the entire way. And then when he came, it was just like, yo,
this is gonna be a problem.
Yeah,
this is gonna be.
Now I'm telling you, the last phase 4 and 5, the post credit scenes have been bad. They haven't been setting up anything at all. Yeah. So I have my problems with the MCU right now.
Yeah, that's true. Let's talk about video games real quick.
Okay.
So from what I've heard, how bad is Microsoft in this situation? Because I'm hearing that they might sell Xbox and discontinue it, and then just sell their exclusives to either Nintendo and Sony, or are they going to make a next console? I don't know.
Because I heard two reports. The first report I heard is they going away from physical consoles and going straight to digital.
Okay.
I heard that. Like the entire.
Which makes sense because I believe the sales are up more in digital than
it'll be just straight digital.
Physical games.
I heard they're working on their next gen console now. And remember, I said, my bad. I said that the reason why they messed up is because they named it
Xbox One instead of just naming it Xbox 720.
That'd be cool.
That would make sense.
That's double what the Xbox 360
they made it to live streaming.
Yes.
Remember with the whole ESPN, you can watch news on it. Nobody cares about that. We want to play video games.
Yeah.
But like I said, I also heard reports that they might be selling. So there's a lot of rumors going around with Microsoft. If they sell, that's a bad look to me, because they need to stay. Because not everybody's gonna. I mean, granted, if they discontinue, do you think people would be upset about it, or do you think they'll just go over to Sony?
There's people who really like Xbox.
Xbox, right? Yeah. So you need to stay around for your hardcore fan base. You just need to figure out a way to get back to the 2007s, because clearly from 2007 to 2013 they had it.
They were cooking. Yeah.
Until that PS4
they got too
and
smart.
And the Nintendo Switch came out. It all crumbled.
They tried to get too smart for their own good because they were cooking.
Because now I'm telling you, the top console networks is Sony and Nintendo. Speaking of which, since we already on video games, so Microsoft figured that out. They gotta dig deep. Nintendo's release date got leaked
for the Switch 2.
For the Switch 2, it's coming out early 2024 in September.
Oh,
that was not supposed to be leaked though. So they'll figure that out.
These leakers are getting out of hand.
Yeah,
they're getting out of hand.
They're too strong.
They won't leak. They won't hack the student loan.
Right. But I'm excited about it. I'm definitely probably gonna get a Nintendo Switch 2, because a lot of games that I like on there are on Nintendo Switch, and I just like the Nintendo Switch. So, but I think they kind of played it right in terms of their marketing skills. They kind of just let Microsoft and Sony eat for the first 5 years. Then the COVID thing happened, so they kind of just pulled back So this might be the perfect window to drop a new console for Nintendo because their fan base is even more crazy than Sony and Microsoft.
There's people who like computer games, like they just live and die by computer games. And there's people who like handheld games.
Right. And the arcade.
And the Switch, it was fly because like I could just put it on like
the
to
TV,
a regular console and TV. That was fly. Like that was fly. Great idea.
Also, too, I'm gonna be honest with you, because of COVID and everything that was going on, I'm not really ready for the next wave of next gen consoles. Even though it's a 7 year, because the 7 year window is coming up.
You know what's crazy?
But that PS6 and the next Xbox, Nintendo Switch I'm fine with because we haven't seen them in the last 5 years or the last 8 years. But that whole, I'm not really ready for the next,
So PlayStation, apparently one of the executives said that they considering PlayStation in this last cycle of its life cycle.
Is that because of the sales that they?
I think it's because of the sales, but apparently the PS5 Pro is about to drop this year.
Right.
But I think they kind of saying like, it's kind of after this is over.
Right.
As far as like, PS5 is concerned. I don't know how true that is because like, the first like 2 years, you needed magic. You needed to get one.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like you needed
that's what I'm saying.
To call a friend, he had to rob that friend to make sure you had it, and now all of a sudden it's in his last life cycle. I don't think that's really.
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. If my thing breaks down, I can't take it to the store.
Exactly.
I can't, cause I got mine open bootleg. I can't, like if that's like a breakdown, I'm screwed.
Sure.
But I didn't understand why they were underselling, cause the first 3 years they came out, they were booming, like you said.
No, well, I think it was the manufacturing COVID.
Okay, got it.
That slowed a lot of
products. Yeah,
I think that people like there are a lot of companies, there are a lot of industries that are just now like really kind of recovering
from it. Right. Oh, going back to the TV shows real quick. One of my favorites, Wizards of Waverly Place is making a sequel.
Wizards of
Waverly Place. They're making a sequel. It's going to be based off of David Henry, and I don't know if JT Austin's going to be in it. Or it's Max, but it's going to be based off of the oldest brother, David Henry.
Because didn't the oldest brother win? No, the youngest brother. No.
The Selena won.
And it gave her powers.
And then so she won the contest, but the professor, the wizard professor, retired. So he gave his powers to the oldest brother. So the only one who didn't have his powers is Max.
That's foul.
Yeah. But Max was dumb. Max wasn't going to be a great wizard. But the original story was not supposed to end that way. It's a long story. Selena Gomez will be in a pilot episode, and I'm assuming she'll just make cameo pops in. But I'm excited about it. I think Disney got to make money somehow. And all these other old shows.
These reboots.
Right.
I tell you.
But one of the reboots, I didn't know that one of the creators was trying to get back was Kim Possible. The voice actor of Kim Possible. She has her own podcast.
Oh, yeah, it's great.
I like it too.
It's great.
I like it too.
Forget her name. What's her name?
Look it up online. But she was trying to go to Disney to make a reboot for Kim Possible, and they turned it down. And I'm like, how dare you do that?
Christy Carlson?
Yes.
Yes, it's great. She has a YouTube channel. It's great.
Do you know how great Kim Possible was for us?
Yeah.
So, and the same thing with Ned the Classified. They tried to go to Nickelodeon and get their reboot, but they chose Zoe 101. And I'm sorry, I love Zoe 101 as much as the next person, but it wasn't better than Ned the Classified. If we could get Ned the Classified in high school, because remember his whole thing was a middle school thing. People were saying that, we could have got that for the high school version. That would have been lit.
But yeah, they have their own podcast now, and they are revealing some freaky stuff. They were wilding. They were wilding.
And I didn't write this down, but Dan Snyder.
Yes, they got a documentary coming out.
He's about to get his ass whooped in the world.
Yeah, they're about to expose him.
What's it called? I believe
it's a Nickelodeon doc.
Yeah, it's a Nickelodeon doc. It's called like off camera or behind the camera.
Yeah,
behind the camera. Where a lot of these underage kids were getting taken advantage of, sexually assaulted, all that stuff. So yeah, and which that was rumors for years now. Mm-hmm. So, but other than that, I'm excited about the Wizards of Waverly Place.
It's called Quiet on Set.
Yes, Quiet on Set. Thank you. I'm excited about the Wizards of Waverly Place. I'm excited about that. But like you said, these will be it's gonna be 50-50 for me.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And guys, with that being said, I think we got to it all, bro.
Yeah.
You got to it all. Bob Marley movie. What did you think?
I like that. I like that a lot. From what I watched from it, because once again, I'm 24. This was back in the 70s and whatnot. He's a legend.
Mm-hmm.
I think I like the fact that his kids were able to control what they wanted in the film.
Yes.
And what they didn't want in the film. I liked his love between him and Rita.
Mm-hmm.
I did not know she got shot
in the head.
In the head with that.
Yeah.
That was alarming. I also didn't know he didn't have a relationship with his father, but that was because I was watching another documentary, which I thought his dad was a part of his life.
Mm-hmm.
But that was interesting as well. And it always kind of had me scratching my head on why he didn't get his toe amputated, but I didn't know he didn't like regular medicine, like, the American medicine. And then when I found out what was real and what was fake, that also helped out too. So,
So I didn't get to see it yet. I got to see it because Bob was my guy.
Yeah, Malcolm was the one who put me on to it.
Yes, Bob was my guy. But from the reviews, again, it's kind of like, what do you expect from a movie?
To be 2 hours, yeah.
It's a 2-hour movie. You can't expect everything in the movie.
Yeah.
And I feel like one of the things I think that'll make us all feel better, we need to taper our expectations of these movies, of these shows. They're not going to live up to all of our expectations. When they do, rare cases. So if they don't feel a way about it. You'll just enjoy it for what it is.
Absolutely.
And for what it's trying to do, for the story it's trying to tell. And that's all across all movies, all TV shows.
And if you want a deeper dive
games
of the Bob Marley explanation, go over to Urban X Podcast. Him and my dad talked about it a couple episodes ago. I agree with everything they said on that. That's basically because I get it, Jamaicans. Yeah. I understand it. But
they're upset.
We
get it.
What were they supposed? Like, they did their best that they could. Also, credit to Brad Pitt, because he was the one who was also the executive producer. I guess he put up the money for it.
Oh, yes. Okay.
So, credit to Brad Pitt. But overall, give it an 8 out of 10. It was great.
Nice.
From what I can,
So I still got to go check it out. But I think we got to it all. Oh, real quick before we go.
What you going to tell about? Because I got the Suicide Squad game. Don't buy it. Don't play it. Don't buy it. Just leave it alone. Also, the hatred for the Batman's death scene. If Mark Cavill, I believe I'm saying his name right. Can you look up the Batman actor who plays the voiceover who passed away?
Oh, that's damn it.
Look him up real quick. But if he greenlit it, because he was the one who was acting in it.
Kevin Conroy.
Yeah, Kevin Conroy. If he agreed to the death of his scene, then he liked it. Which means if he liked it, I liked it.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah.
I don't know why I was feeling about it. It's also a video game, and if this is his last one, you gotta let him lie.
Yeah.
And he did his best.
Yeah.
We're talking about 30. He voiced that player character for like what 30?
Yeah. Since the animation, I grew up on that one.
Justice League Unlimited, all the Batman series,
the Arkham games.
My man from Star Wars, Luke Skywalker, who voiced Joker.
You talking about Shane, why am I blanking out on these voices?
I know. Give him a second, y'all. He's figuring it out.
Y'all know who I'm talking about? Luke Skywalker, man.
But his connection, Kevin and his connection between Joker and Batman was iconic.
Mark Hamill.
Yes, Mark Hamill.
That was embarrassing.
Yes.
We're going to edit that out.
But we'll figure it out. But
edit that part out.
Listen, don't play these games. Also, don't go see Madden Web, because that sucker was trash as well.
Oh, that was dirt juice.
That was garbage.
Garbage juice.
Nah, I can't. I refuse
Madam
to waste.
Web,
I refuse to waste 2 hours of my life.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Can't do it.
Oh my God. Like, I was watching reviewers who are usually trying to be nice about all films, and they were just like, "This is horrible. Don't do this. Don't do it to yourself."
Absolutely not. That's it for me. I'm
so
done.
that is it for me as well. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. This is Nerd Talk with Malcolm and Eli. Follow Eli at Disabled is Abled. It's in the link below.
We will be back soon. Don't worry about it.
We'll be back. Follow me. And peace.
Peace out, y'all. Love y'all.
Later.